Well, hello, and thank you for joining me for another TechAdvice.live TV video interview. I'm here today with representatives from Synology. We have Michael Chang, he's the Regional Sales Manager for APAC, and Jasmine Chu, she's the Country Manager for Australia and New Zealand. And we're here today to learn about the new ActiveProtect range from Synology, which was launched globally in January and is now being launched here in Australia. So welcome to you both.
Thank you for coming, Alex.
Yeah, so you've got a great presentation to show us. I can see it's titled Build a Better World with Data. So let's get into it.
Right. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in, listening to us. So I'm Michael Chang, the Regional Sales Manager for the APAC region, and uh, pleased to meet all of you here. So let me give you a brief introduction about Synology. So up to date, Synology has currently deployed around 13 million NAS servers worldwide, and that's approximately around 520 exabytes. Now, what does it mean? So let us compare with another, uh, you know, something that's quite familiar to everybody. Apple's iCloud, which caters to around 2 billion active devices, and that's around 512 exabytes. So, meaning to say that Synology is catering to a lot of customers and we protect a lot of data for our clients. And not only that, we're not just a regular NAS storage brand. We provide a lot of solutions for our customers. We not only provide data storage management, we also provide data protection solutions, surveillance solutions, productivity, and the likes. So we provide an overall data management solution and to help our customers be productive with their business needs. And not only that, so it's not surprising that we cater to a lot of customers. And we are catering to around half of the Fortune 500 companies. And Synology has consistently delivered good results to our clients. So we've been, for 10 consecutive years, we've ranked number one in Business Choice Awards of PC Mag, and in Gartner Peer Insights, we've consistently ranked highly thanks to our support from our customers. So, to give you an idea of what kind of impact we have done so far all over the world, uh, our products and solutions are being leveraged by a lot of companies, and they're being used in their critical operations.
And extreme environments. I mean,
Yeah, for example, in offshore exploration, Synology's products are being used in monitoring their operations, and particularly in shipments, and also in space programs, wherein our NAS solutions are being used in space research. Not only that, our products are being used in law enforcement. So, to give you an example, a European police agency is using our surveillance solutions to monitor their operations, particularly in law enforcement, to monitor crimes, etc., and to process their critical data. And in sports events, so a football team in a European country is leveraging our products and solutions to process their footages of their football practice and to make sure that their players are properly trained and
yeah.
to process their data for their overall strategy. So one local customer, a Tourism Australia, is leveraging Synology's solutions, particularly the petabyte storage. So they use it for their overall operations, for their media needs. So Synology has helped them save their costs and help them expand their storage to make them centralize their data and to make them more efficient. Another notable name is UNESCO, wherein they use Synology's backup solutions to back up their data across many countries, around 70 countries. And Toyota. So Toyota Vietnam is using Synology's backup solution to back up their manufacturing data. So this has helped them save costs. To give you a number, we have helped them save around 50%, more than 50%. Okay,
Pretty good.
so it's pretty good impact. Since Synology's inception, the year 2000, we have catered to a lot of countries. So every year we do go on, let's say, road
A
shows,
global tour.
global
Yeah.
tour, some events. So globally, we launch some events in around 20 plus countries worldwide, and we have touched upon more than 10,000 ITs. So we continuously get feedback from the market, and from these feedbacks, we continuously improve Synology's products and solutions. So AI. Synology has two dedicated teams for AI. One is the image depth learning team, and the other is the generative AI team. So what does it mean? So to give you more of an idea, clearer idea, in the year 2017, 2018, we have built the deep learning technology department, and its main application is in our Synology Moments, which is our photo management solution. We have already introduced the AI capabilities in this solution. And furthermore, in 2019 to 2022, we have established the machine learning department. So the main contribution of this team is that we have introduced the hard drive failure prediction analytics solution in-house, and we also introduced this. We have also integrated their main research and development in chatbots, and also in AI image recognition in our surveillance solution, right? And in the past 2 years, we have further created more AI capabilities. So currently using it in our technical support, which has helped us save more costs, and also in automated document translation, because we cater to a lot of countries, so we need that capability in order to make things more smooth and more efficient. We have adopted it in our processes as well as in our financial approval system internally.
Sure. With the chatbot, did you give it a name?
We don't have a name for it per se, but
Sure.
I'd say it's
Because I can suggest one.
right. See no but.
No. More obvious than that. Synology PT.
Synology PT.
Like ChatGPT. Synology PT.
Syno PT.
Well, you can do that, but I mean, if you want to, GPT is everyone recognizes that. So Synology PT. There you go. Anyway,
Synology PT.
it's a suggestion, but I don't know. You don't want OpenAI knocking on your door saying, "Hey, that's our name." Okay.
So the impact of AI is pretty evident. It has helped us reduce our average cost to 0.01%.
Massive reduction.
In terms of support services. And also we have introduced AI capabilities to our surveillance station solution for vehicle and human recognition, facial recognition and motion detection, as well as it has helped us optimize our internal processes like translations of our documents, as well as our internal processes for financial operations, right? And about Australia, we have seen a lot of growth last year, particularly in these two segments of the market. One is the enterprise segment, which is massive growth, as well as in the public sector.
Yeah. Well, both enterprise and government are seeing massive amounts of data, like consumers. And I mean, I'm based in Canberra, where you have a lot of the companies and you have government.
The federal government.
And we just called an election, so I'm sure there's going to be heaps more data that is being generated, even just over these next 5 weeks of the election campaign. But yeah, those are two hugely important global markets.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Because these institutions, particularly in enterprise and the government, they don't want their sensitive data to be leaked out. So they prefer a private cloud solution, that's why they chose our solutions for their environment. So Synology and data protection. So to give you an idea of our business, up to date, we have protected around 25 million endpoints. So that includes virtual machines, laptops, servers, and also SaaS accounts. So that's the number of clients, I mean, the number of services, or let's say devices, that we have protected so far worldwide. So in Synology, we do aim to be the largest private cloud platform. So that's why we are going to launch more solutions, particularly in the data protection. So for more info about the new product, I'll leave it to my colleague Jasmine for the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So just like we mentioned before, Synology is not only securing our leading position in the consumer markets, but we are also trying to expand to the enterprise sector. So that's why this year we bring a whole new product line for the enterprises. It's the Synology ActiveProtect appliance. Okay, so it's a pleasure to be here with you all. So let's dive in. So over the past 2 decades, Synology has become a trusted solution partner of the data management and protection. So we've ensured the safety of the data stored on our system and expanded our reach into the enterprise backup solution sector. Just a quick recap. We've protected 25 million self endpoints and cloud accounts. Okay, so in the past, the enterprises started by protecting against the single point failure, with a standalone system. But it's not enough to just protect from their data from the natural disasters or the human errors. As we're seeing more and more sophisticated cyber attacks, we encourage the businesses to move toward to the cyber recovery solutions. So why is that? Why is that important? So I'm looking back over the past year, the Australians were hit with one cyber attack every second, which is really surprising, right? And a cybersecurity firm, Surfshock, reported 47 million of data breaches in 2024, which is more than 4.1 million in 2023. So the Australian is thus ranked the 11th most affected country worldwide. So data breaches not only cause the operational halt, right? It also caused the economic loss. So in 2024, the average cost of data breach in Australia reached a record high to 4.26 million Australian dollars, approximately 2.77 US dollars. It's quite high, and which represent a 27% of increase since 2020. So this significant rise can be contributed to several factors. For example, more phishing attacks or the growing sophistication of cyber threats. So what are the challenges that make the businesses struggle to protect their data? So as we continue to work with our partners, they gave us a lot of feedback. So there are 3 main challenges. So the first one is the management complexity. As we're dealing with the larger scale of the enterprises, it's really complicated to manage all their infrastructures. The second one is inability for restoration, as I just mentioned, because the cyber attacks are getting more sophisticated, so the backup itself can actually be the target. So that's why we not only need to protect our data, but we need to make sure the data can be restored in a timely manner. The last one would be the backup efficiency issues, because the enterprises may have more intense workload in comparison with the small SMBs or SMEs. So that's why we need to implement some technologies to optimize the RTO and RPO performance. So allow me to dive a little bit deeper into the spec or the capabilities of Synology ActiveProtect appliance. So this is a all-in-one appliance, and it's pre-configured and precise. So the users simply need to select the corresponding model based on their source data to be backed up. So the DP 7400 is our RACMO model. It serves as a management server. And we also have DP340 and DP320. Those are desktop models with smaller capacities, and they're used in more flexible use cases, such as managing the backup tasks in the branches. Okay. And the ActiveProtect Manager is the in-house designed built-in operating system running on this appliance. So it can cover all the essentials. So it's capable of protecting everything within the enterprise. For example, the endpoint devices or the core infrastructure in the data center, such as virtual machines, file servers, or databases, as well as the cloud services such as Microsoft 365. And it also supports the native built-in offsite backup capabilities to help us to meet our 3-to-1 backup strategy. So we encourage the businesses to keep at least 3 copies of our backup data on 2 different mediums with 1 copy offsite. So this appliance can help you to replicate your data to 3 offsite destinations. The first one is the ActiveProtect appliance itself. The second one would be the highly scalable Synology NAS models. And the last one would be the cloud destinations, including Synology C2 Object Storage and Amazon S3. So as the system is pre-configured, so the system will automatically apply the optimal configuration for the users during the deployment. So the users only need to specify the administrator settings, the usernames, password, and the network settings to complete the whole setup. So according to our testing, the initial setup can be completed within 10 minutes, and we can start our backup tasks within 15 minutes. So in the large-scale deployment, the limited bandwidth at branches site is a common issue. So to streamline the whole deployment process, our dedicated operating system, ActiveProtect Manager, can actually centralize the management by applying the cluster-based architecture, which means that you'll have one main server, DP7400, to centrally manage different DP320 or 340 at the branches. So it can be scaled up to protect up to 2,500 of appliances and 150,000 of backup resources from one single interface. But to protect the data scattered across various platforms and devices, it's really hard to just change the settings one by one, right? So that's why we come up with this single protection plan design. So this single plan covers all backup settings, including the frequency, the retention policy, and offsite backup settings. So if you want to change the settings for, let's say, multiple devices within one cluster, you can just change it in this plan, and it will apply all the changes to the devices into this cluster. Okay, so just give you a quick overview of how the interface looks like. So this interface is quite different from our NAS management system. So you can see that you can manage various endpoints like PCs, physical servers, virtual machines, or file servers in one single platform. And you can monitor the backup status. If you spot any errors during the process, then you can just directly manage all your endpoints on the left-hand side here. And you can make the changes or do the corresponding actions to fix the issues in time. Yeah. However, like I just mentioned, the backup itself can be the target, right? So having the backup data only without a restoration process is not enough. Yeah. So to address the challenge, the Sheltered Harbor in the US proposed a framework to urge the businesses to keep isolated offline backups. the tape backups was once the favor to keep the backup isolated. However, as the enterprises get larger and larger, we need to have a more technology or the actions to adapt to this ever-changing and fast-paced business environment. So therefore, there are three key elements for modern ransomware defense. These are immutable protection, offline backup, and rapid restoration. And Synology ActiveProtect can do all of these things. So for the immutable protection, the ActiveProtect appliance integrates the write once, read many, and Okja lock functionality of the stored device itself. So it also integrates the hardware and software to make the data login time aligns directly with the retention policy set in your protection plan. So this means that both local and offsite backup versions are automatically locked. And moreover, the frequently asked air-gapped feature comes with our ActiveProtect appliance as well. So this feature helps with 3 levels of isolation. The first one is it can block the suspicious incoming traffic using the firewall. And it can also disable the network cards because this feature can control the opening and closing of our network ports. And it can even shut down the hardware if it detects any malicious source is coming in. So this feature can protect our data even when the network is corrupted. So in addition to the above mentioned features, actually ActiveProtect appliance can do much more than that because we're an enterprise level product. So I'm not going to dive in, but feel free to reach out to me if you have any further questions. Okay. So finally, when it comes to our recovery, there are 3 levels of recovery we can do. The first one for sure is the file level restoration. And we can also do the system level bare metal restoration. And you can also restore to your virtual machines and like the hypervisor, including the Hyper-V and VMware. So after all the introduction, I would like to dive deeper into our performance because like our Nest product line can do a lot of things. It's more general. It can do storage, backup surveillance, or more. However, this dedicated appliance wins with the optimal performance. Okay. So ActiveProtect appliances comprehensive software and hardware integration optimizes the storage space allocation by dividing it into the performance tier and the capacity tier. So the backup metadata is stored in the performance tier while utilizing the SSD caching for acceleration. So these are more backup engines and methodologies to optimize our performance. Okay. So these built-in mechanisms make the ActiveProtect appliance the utmost backup solutions among Synology's offerings. Like for example, the cloud email backup speed is 7 times faster than the active backup for Microsoft 365 you may be familiar with. And the file server backup speed is 2 times faster than the active backup for business. And in addition, our ActiveProtect appliance supports the incremental backup and global deduplication technologies to reduce the transmission traffic and make the most of our storage space. So basically, the system will automatically detect the duplicate data and only transfer the non-duplicate data. For example, this is a practical test with 2 devices, each containing around 30 gigabytes of data. And we apply our global source deduplication technology on device B. So you can see that only 440 megabytes are transferred. So this can save around 99% of redundant data transmission traffic. Okay. So in response to the need of the larger scale deployment, so this technology is also applicable to cross-site remote backup. So compared to the original data volume, Synology ActiveProtect clients can effectively to save 50% of storage space usage. Okay. So here's how Synology ActiveProtect appliance can help you and your customers to minimize the operational costs. And we've trusted by different industry leaders, and we've penetrated into different vertical markets by now. Yeah. So just to share one feedback from our customers. So Mr. Liao, who is an IT manager at a leading logistic service provider in Taiwan, and he said that ActiveProtect appliance can not only help him to fulfill his backup and restoration capabilities, but also really make the substantial economic benefits. So to wrap up, I would like to highlight the 3 main capabilities of our new Synology ActiveProtect appliance. So the first one is single management. Facing the more sophisticated cyber attacks, and as we're dealing with the enterprise level cases, Synology ActiveProtect appliance can help you to centrally manage different backup tasks, not only in the headquarters, but also in the branches. So with the ActiveProtect Manager, the operating system, you can simply just manage all the protection plan and monitor the status on the single platform. The second one is reliable restoration. So because backup itself can be targeted, so we need to make sure that these data can be backed up intact, safe and sound. Yeah. So we not only have protect our data to be consistent, but also can restore at 3 levels: the file level restoration, the system level bare metal restoration, and also we can restore to the hypervisors as well. And the last one would be the outstanding performance, because we're facing more intense workloads. So with the global source-side deduplication technologies, we can actually facilitate the backup and restoration process and make the most of our storage space by deduplicating non-necessary data. So I would like to answer some frequently asked questions. So seeing the various capabilities of ActiveProtect appliance, you may be wondering how to do the sizing and setups. But it's actually really straightforward because, like I just mentioned, it's pre-configured and precise. So we have 3 models. They just have to decide how much source data they would like to back up. Like for example, if you have around 80 terabytes of source data to be backed up, then please go for DP7400. And DP340 and DP320 are smaller, and they are used for more flexible cases. And regarding the sales model, the traditional backup software solutions often requires the integration with other hardware devices, right? But because our Synology ActiveProtect appliance, they're highly integrated. So, okay, so the pricing is the price is priced per node and includes the licensing, free license for up to 3 devices in one backup clusters. So that is to say that the license cost for Synology ActiveProtect is based on the number of backup servers at the site. So the servers including the ActiveProtect appliance and Synology servers running Active Backup for Business. So each site can add up to 3 backup servers at no additional cost. You only afford the hardware cost, and which includes the management server itself. So for the small deployments under 3 devices, there will be no license cost. So therefore, comparing to other backup software solutions, we can actually reduce over 90% of recurring expenditures. And overall, with only the hardware costs and the cluster-based license fees, the Synology ActiveProtect appliance is a highly competitive solution in place. So coming to the end, the Synology ActiveProtect solution covers the entire data protection lifecycle. So from procurement to deployment to daily maintenance and to restoration or so, we can ensure the comprehensive protection with very, very simple methods. So yeah, I think I would like to mention again. So the businesses can now order the ActiveProtect appliance through our official authorized distributors and resellers appointed by Synology now. And for more details, the customers can visit our website. We have a dedicated website for this new appliance, and go to the contact section to find the nearest partners or reach out to us if you have any questions in mind. Okay, so it's really, really informative, but I hope you've got some interesting insights this time. So I'm Jasmine. I'm the ANZ Country Manager. Thank you.